beautiful people. I'm back with another video today. I'm going to be washing my hair today, and I'm going to straighten it out using a new straightener that my husband bought me for Christmas. It is one that I sent him that I wanted to try, that we purchased from Amazon. It was on recommendation from my sister, and so I'm just going to kind of take you through my simple process of washing all of this hair and let you see how big my hair is once it's blow dried. It's a little bit tame right now, but I have a lot of it. So I'm just going to kind of take you through my simple process. It's not elaborate, of how I wash, condition, blow dry, and straighten my hair when I straighten it. I do not straighten it that much, but I feel like I want a little bit of change right now. So I'm going to be straightening it today. Okay, so I'm just going to quickly show you the products that I'm going to use on my hair. It's not a lot. It is not by any means anything elaborate. My hair is it's pretty long. You probably can't tell because of the shrinkage, but it's pretty easy to manage. I don't really need lots of detangling things, so I'm just going to quickly show you what I have. I have a little detangling brush that I use, my wide tooth comb to part my hair. I just have a hair tie and elastic hair tie to keep the parts of my hair that I'm not working with out of my face. I use this Perfect Edges edge control for my edges once I'm done. I also use Shine and Jam to lay down flyaways. So that'll be at the end once I'm straightening my hair. Washing it, I am going to use some Pantene Daily Moisture Renewal Shampoo. I like Pantene. It does great with my hair. For my conditioner this time, sorry for my finger. For my conditioner this time, I'm trying this. It looked like it was new at Walmart. It was Dove Amplified Textures Super Slip Detangling Conditioner for coils, curls, and waves. And so I wanted to try that. It was with the other natural hair products. So I picked that up, and I think my daughter's already used it. So I have to ask her how she likes it, but I'm going to use that today for my conditioner. This is just a product that I always use called Hollywood Beauty Olive Oil Shine Moisturizer. This is my daily moisturizer that I use on my hair and Dylan's hair. So I'll be applying that after I wash it. I just have my hair dryer with the comb, the teeth. So I'll be drying my hair with that. And then lastly, I have my flat iron that I'm going to use. And if you notice, it's not a regular flat iron or straightener. It is by Lucky Fine. It is a hair straightener brush. And my sister recommended this to me because my daughters are now straightening their own hair. And she said this was great for them not to burn their fingers or to burn their skin or their edges as they're doing it. And I ended up getting them a regular straightener, but I wanted to try this. And this was, I want to say it was $35 or $40 on Amazon, but I will link it below. So yeah, so these are the things that I'm going to use for my hair. And so as I wash it or do it, you know, comment below if you have great products for when you're straightening your natural hair. I'm going to now wash it, blow dry it, and begin the process of straightening it. It is completely dry. This is pretty much what it looks like after I use my curling products and it dries all day. So it's kind of thick. I'll turn around and let you see the back. Although it looks really thick, it may look a little coarse to you, but it really isn't. It does not get, it doesn't get super tangly. But it is tiring because I have a lot of hair. So I'm going to wash it. I'll let you see what it looks like after it's washed, and I'll let you see what it looks like after it's blow dried. All right, so this is what the hair looks like after it's washed and conditioned. I'll turn around. It kind of looks like it did before I washed it. My hair is not super curly, it's more wavy. But what I do is I wash it twice. I wash it the first time, a good time, and then on the second wash, if you don't know this little tip, I learned it along the way from someone. I add conditioner to my second wash. So I'll do my second shampoo with shampoo and conditioner. I wash that out, and since I always wash my hair in the shower, after I've washed my hair twice, I will go ahead and shower my body while the conditioner that I place in kind of sits in, and I let it sit. And so I'll bathe and then I'll rinse my conditioner out. And so that's my process for washing my hair. 2 washes and a condition, and I towel dry my hair before I use my hair dryer, my blow dryer. It's a blow dryer. Some people sit under a hood dryer just to knock some of the wet off of their hair before they dry it, but because it doesn't really take me a long time to blow dry it, I will just detangle it, section it, put some moisturizer on it, and then I blow dry it. So I'll let you see a little bit of that process.
So here is the comb that I'm going to use. Right here, I am parting my hair into sections. I'm going to really just kind of section it off into 4 pieces. I'll use the rubber band tie to tie up the section that I'm not using right now. And then I'll go to the other side with my comb, part that into 2 sections. Once I get that part parted, I'll tie up the top part just to get that out of my way. And then once I use my clip to clip the hair, I'm going to begin to brush the bottom part of my hair just to detangle it. This is a brush that I picked up from a local clothing store. I thought it was cute, but I did like how it was a brush all the way around. And I'm going to detangle my hair. I take the brush through my hair several times. If I come across a tangly part, I'll just grab my hair and kind of brush through that tangle. So I'm going to brush it until it's nice and smooth. Once it's nice and smooth, I will take my comb again, and then I will comb through it just to make sure there are no tangles. The more detangled it is, the better before you take the blow dryer. And you can see that, well, I don't know if you can really see it, but the tangles are gone. I am then going to take my blow dryer, that is my blow dryer, and before that I'm going to take some of my green oil moisturizer and just rub it through the section of my hair. I rub it from root to tip, and I'll add a little bit more just to make sure that my hair is completely moisturized. And so once I do that, I begin the process of blow drying my hair. So because I've already detangled it, the blow dryer just goes straight through the section. It takes me several minutes to dry this section. It is a rather large section, but it takes several minutes. I'll take the blow dryer through from the top, and as you can see, I'll take it through from the bottom, pulling my hair as I blow dry it. Like. That helps dry, to straighten out very the section. Straight. we're going to take the top section down. I'm going to put the back section up so that it doesn't get in the way and it doesn't become wet again. Once I do that, I'm going to take my detangling brush and I will begin to just brush through and make sure that this part of my hair is detangled as well. Look at all of the gray hair that I have. I will take care of that once this current color grows out of my hair. So once I've detangled, I'm going to take the comb through one more time. I am going to add some moisturizer to my hair, rubbing it all the way from the roots to the tips. I'll then take just a little bit more and part my hair kind of so that I can get some on the inside part of this section. The more moisturized it is, the better once the dryer is going through it. It won't make it so brittle. But I'm going to take the dryer through several times. Again, like I did before, I take it through on the top and the bottom. I then even do it towards the front. And I'm just trying to ensure that it's very dry all the way through from root to tip. And this is what it looks like with this section being dry. I usually run my fingers through it just to make sure it's not damp. And I'm going to take the back down now. So this whole side has been blow dried. I'm brushing again. You'll notice that I'm brushing a lot through this process. I'm going to take the dryer back through a few more times just to make sure that it is all the way dry and it's as straight as I can get it. The straighter it is before I flat iron, the better. The straighter my hair will be once we get to the ironing process. And so now I'm going to take the other side down so you can kind of see the difference between the wet and the dry. It has pulled out some. Like I told you earlier, it gets kind of big once it's blow dried. And so now I'm just going to put this other side up. I just kind of twist it a little. Sometimes I'll plait it and sometimes I'll just twist it. But here I'm just twisting it. And then I'm going to take my hair clip and clip it up so that it is out of the way for this side. I'm going to take my comb and again part it into two sections. The front section I will put in a rubber band to keep it out of the way so that I can work on the back section. And again, I'm going to brush it just to detangle it so that the blow dryer will easily go through my hair. And this is a process because you want to make sure you're not ripping your hair out. You're taking care to make sure you detangle it. And then I'll take my comb and my moisturizer, just like I have in the previous sections, and moisturize this section. Once I have gotten it moisturized, I'm going to take the hair dryer and begin the process all over again with section 3. It takes a little while to get the whole head dry. This is one reason why I don't necessarily straighten my hair a lot, because it is a big process and it takes a while if you're doing it correctly. And here is the last section of my hair. I'm brushing through it just like before. I will also add my moisturizer and I will comb it. Once I've done that, I will begin the process of blow drying all over again. And you can see that it helps to take the blow dryer in different directions so that you can get your hair dried more quickly. If you take it from front to back, it dries pretty quickly. And here I'm doing the same process. I've taken the back part of this side down and I'm going to blow dry this whole side all together. All of my hair has been blow dried at this time, and I'm going to just add one more pop of moisturizer. This moisturizer is very light, it's not heavy, so I'm not worried about my hair being weighed down. So I'm brushing it through, just making sure that it touches all of my hair, and I'm gonna blow dry one more time. Taking it through just a couple of more times, getting it as straight as I can.
Is what the finished product of my blow dried hair looks like. That may have seemed like a lot of blow drying to some and maybe not enough to others. I have to do what's best for my hair. It's thick, and when I start to dry it, it just expands. And so a lot of times it's still damp way down in the middle, so I have to go a little bit longer. I did put a little moisturizer on it all the way through. I usually use a blow dry protector, but the one that I have I don't like. I feel like it makes my hair feel dry and crunchy. So if you know of one that's good, you can let me know, but I don't like the one that I have, so I didn't use it this time. But this is how it looks pre straightened, and we will come back with the use of the straightener, and I'll let you see the back right quick. So I have brushed it down so it doesn't look so wild, but if I just let it go, it'll be all over the place. So I'm gonna take a little break. I'm gonna let it breathe a little bit from the heat, and I will be back to check out my straightener. Oh, I'm back. I'm going to get ready to straighten my hair. This is how it looks probably after about 45 minutes after I've blow dried it. It does a little better when I straighten it if I don't go straight to trying to straighten it after I blow dry it. So I want to show you my straightening tool. This is what it looks like. You can see there's the name of it, Lucky Fine. It looks more like a straightening comb. I have plugged it up so that it can begin to heat up. So this is the power button. You press and hold it to turn it on. This is the temperature control. It started out at the very top, which is 410. I read the directions about what temperature you should put for what type of hair, because I've never used this before, so I want to test it out. But you can take the temperature down or up according to your needs. So I'm going to allow this to heat up for a few minutes while I just kind of brush back through my hair. I know I showed you what products I was using, but I am going to be using this BioSilk as well. I hope you can see that because I do not have my glasses on. But this is BioSilk, and I use it typically when we straighten our hair. It's silk therapy oil for your hair. And so I'm going to, you don't have to use that much. This I purchased from Ulta probably over a year and a half ago, and this is how long it's lasted because you don't really use a lot of it. So I'm going to, typically what I do when I was straightening my girl's hair is to take a little bit of section before each straighten, and then put a little on. But I'm just going to put some in my hand and rub it all over and brush my hair once more before I part it and start straightening it.
So here I am putting some BioSilk all over. I'm just going to rub it all the way through my hair. I will do this a couple of times just to make sure my hair is covered. It really does make your hair silky soft when you are straightening it. And so I'm just making sure that it goes all the way through.
Lightly brush it through just to smooth my hair down a little. You can see it's big. All right. Hair straightener is hot now. I'm going to show you one more time. It is warm to the touch here. I can feel heat coming from the sides. It is not warm right here where I'm holding it, but it is hot up here on the drum. Typically, when I'm straightening my hair, I don't have any rhyme or reason to how I do it. It's a lot of hair, and I just have to kind of do it the way I know how to do it. And so again, you're gonna see me using these two hair tools, this black hair tie and this clip.
So here I am taking my comb and I'm going to part my hair into sections, much like I did when I was blow drying it. It is a lot thicker than it was when it was wet, so it takes a little bit more to tame it so that I can control these sections. And so I'm just going to plait one side and secure the bottom of it with a hair tie. Once I do that, I'll brush the other side, brush, 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 and then I will begin to take small little sections so that I can start straightening my hair. You might not be able to see the back that well, but I will turn around so you can see the section better in just a second. So that's about how big each section is that I straighten at a time. And I've gotten my straightener and I began to run it through the section. I can tell you that I had to do this several times, many times on this one little section just to feel like it was straight. And I could tell that it still wasn't as straight as I wanted, so I had to pull it through a lot of times. I'm going to continue the process by taking sections that were about this size, and I'm going to straighten each section and we will see how it goes. This section is about as big as the other. Now I am going to brush in between each pull of section with the straightener. I do take the straightener, and as I pull the straightener, I'm also pulling my hair down. That helps to stretch your hair, and this is a tip with any straightener that you're using, is to pull your hair a little while you pull the straightener.
I'm really having to take this comb through too many times, but we'll see at the end. So I will probably have to take my other straightener and do a little bump curl, and then that's extra heat. So I'm not sure how excited I am at this point about the straightener. And I don't know if you can see that, but it's pulling out some of my strands. So I'm not really that excited about that, but we'll see. I can say that it feels pretty good, that it's not touching my scalp like my traditional straightener would be doing. All right, so I'm almost finished with this first side, and I'm going to just take the straightener back through this side as a whole. So this is what it looks like. I will compare it with the non-straightened side. And I'm gonna let this loose. Take this loose so you can see the difference. It's okay. It's still a little big to me. While I like this tool, I think I like my old flat iron better. It was really easy to do though, and I will say this: if you have a little girl and you straighten her hair this tool is probably good for you because it's very hard to burn yourself on this. The guards and the teeth, anytime it touched my scalp, it didn't burn. So this is why my sister suggested this tool to me, because my daughters are a little tender, tender in their scalp area, and so she suggested this to me. I mean, I'm not displeased, but I'm not jumping for joy. So we will straighten the other side, and we'll see our finished product. You can see how easy this is going through though. And the teeth, the hottest thing is my hair. This tool, the teeth are actually touching my neck, and it's not burning me, and it's 410 degrees. Okay, so I have straightened my hair with this straightener. I mentioned that it had some was pulling out a little bit of my hair, but I mean honestly that's all it is. That would have come out with brushing anyway. So how do I feel about it? If you can see the difference, there is a difference. It is straighter, but I get better results with my old flat iron because I can manipulate it better and I can give myself some curls and a little body. My hair is very thick, so to be fair to that comb, my hair is very thick. And it did an okay job of straightening it. I would probably use this as a touch-up tool and not the tool that I use when I'm going to just flat iron my whole head straight out of the shower from a wash. I will let you see the back, and I'll try to move up so you can see. It's pretty straight. My roots feel okay. Um, it did okay. I still think that it's a little thick, and I'm now gonna have to give it another break. And tomorrow I will probably put just a tad bit more oil on it and use my traditional straightener to get the look that I wanted. Keep it because it's great for touching up. It will be great for touching up my roots if they puff up or if I sweat or anything like that. So yeah, I will link this comb in the description box if you're interested in getting it. It's the next day, 24 hours later. I went to sleep. I put my silk cap on like I usually do. And this is how my hair looks the next morning. Honey, this ain't it. So what I'm about to do is straighten it with my old straightener. I don't know if you can see what it is. This is an HSI straightener that I bought from Amazon a couple of years ago, and it's kind of had it, but it still works. But I really like it. So I'm just gonna straighten my hair with this, and then I'll show you what it looks like when I finish. Okay, I wanted to just show you a little bit of the difference that I'm talking about, and I'm going to move up so you can see the difference in my hair and how my straightener allows me to curl. So I'm not gonna show you the whole process because we did that with the other flat iron, but I'm going to take this little section of my hair, and so you can see how it looks. This is how it looks, and then I just take a brush through it. I take my flat iron, and this one is hotter. I pull my flat iron down, and then I start to wrap my hair around the drum, and I just keep pulling it down and turning it around, and it is not only straightening my hair, but it is giving me a curl, and you can absolutely see the difference. This is what I'm typically used to when I straighten my hair, and so I will do the whole thing, and then I'll come back and show you. And my process is the same as it was when I used the straightening comb. So I won't take you back through how I parted and do the sections, but that is the process I use. This is just a different tool. So I'll come back and show you what that looks like. Okay, so this is, I just decided to show you one side versus the other. I have styled this side of my hair with my old straightener, and this is the side that was straightened last night with the Lucky Fine straightener brush. That's what they're calling it. It looks like a straightening comb to me, but you can see the obvious difference. I didn't put any other different products on my hair other than what I showed you yesterday. I didn't put anything actually. So yeah, look at the difference. So I'm gonna come back and show you the total finished product. Okay, here we are. I have completely flat ironed my hair with my old straightener, and as you can see, there is a definite difference. I'm going to take some of my at this point, usually what I do is I take my perfect edges, and sometimes if I don't use that, I will use Shine and Jam Extra Hold, but I'm just gonna take a little bit of my perfect edges, and all I do is just take this and just put a little bit here, and then I take my smoothing brush and I just brush a little bit. I'm not a girl who does all of the laying down of the edges. I don't do that. I just like it to look a little polished. But you can see the definite difference. I'll let you see the back. Yeah, this is what I like. I get my curls with just using this. I don't use a curling iron per se. So the verdict is straightening brush, traditional straightener. I know I said yesterday I would probably keep this to just do my edges and stuff, but I think we're gonna return it. I'm not sure, but yeah, I'll just stick to my HSI flat iron, and I want to say that it goes up to 450 degrees and this one goes up to 410, so that's probably the difference. But this is how your girl looks without all of the springy curls. So that's all I have for you today. I hope this video helped someone. If you liked what you saw, please click like and subscribe and join my YouTube family. I'm so excited about this journey. So go ahead, click like, subscribe, click the notification bell, and I will see you in the next video.